And welcome back to another Star Wars review. With this review, I'm going to the current wave of SAGA Legends, Wave 3, with the Death Star Trooper, SL27. Here he is on back. A good picture from the movie and the write-up if you want to pause that. I also need to do the Stormtrooper. He's from this wave also. This figure, rather, has an odd start with Kenner. He is one of the original figures made by Kenner. And actually, at one point as a kid, I did have the original figure. The original one is gray, and to start off with, they called him a Death Squad Commander. Now, that's somewhat menacing. The original figures, remember, came out in the late 70s, early 80s. That's somewhat menacing for a kid's toy. They then softened it up. They called him a Star Destroyer Commander. They kind of combined elements of this guy and, I guess, an Imperial officer, calling him that. And that sounded much better. They then came out with him again in Power of the Force 2, which they made a black uniform. And then again in the 30th anniversary line. I actually show you a lineup here of the figures. Here's the yearly Kenner one. This is from straight up from my computer. Yearly Kenner one, Power of the Force 2 with the repacked in Saga. The 30th anniversary, which is a pretty much exact repack of what they have now. I also want to make a note for fans of the original one. Gentle Giant makes a giant-sized 12-inch one. I just discovered he's an exact replica of the original, but he's 12 inches tall, and they do call him a Death Squad Commander. Also, if you want to go to Target, they make this guy available as well in an action figure 3-pack, what they call a villain set. And for historical purposes, they also call him a Death Squad Commander. So you can get him with Vader and a Stormtrooper as well as separately with Saga Legends. Okay, for those of you who play that Saga Legends game, that dice game, here's the stats. I don't really play that myself, but if you do the Galactic Battle game, he also comes with a dice and a stand, of course, for the stats to go in. One thing I'm disappointed with in Wave 3 of Saga Legends, they do not come with a gun pack from the original trilogy. I was kind of loading up on light repeating blaster rifles for my Stormtroopers. I was hoping to kind of army build from Saga Legends and do that as well. They quit coming out with these in Wave 2, so I'm going to kind of hold that against them as a figure. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I had this at one point as a kid. Then getting out of the military, when I started my Imperial collection again, I had the Death Star Briefing, which comes with 7 Imperials. It's from the Saga collection. I got that actually from some movie store or something. It was out of date by the time I was out in the 30th anniversary, but I got 2 of these guys because Stormtroopers weren't available yet. And, I tried to make little scenes and stuff. This guy doesn't stand up quite well by himself. He does need a stand to stand up. His ankles are articulated. That's part of the reason. His ankles are articulated and he's tall. So, he's fine as a figure. I know he's based off a movie character. And I'll take his helmet off here for you. Whoops. This is what he looks like without the helmet. I know his facial features and everything are fine, but he's a rather tall movie character, and if you want to army build him, not only does he not stand well, but he's taller than other Imperials. A stand makes him even taller as well, so it kind of looks awkward in an Imperial lineup. I've tried it before. Actually, I've tried it with my Prelude to Felucia, but I kind of have these guys standing up against a box. A couple of things about the helmet. The helmet, when I first got these guys, when you pop off the helmet, a lot of times the head will come off of the figure. Here, I'll pop his head off for you. Don't worry, it goes right back on. But a lot of times when you pull the helmet off, that'll happen. So I started just liberally, pulling the helmet off. And I actually ripped one of the straps. These straps are very delicate. And, it's just on one of my figures. And I have more. A tiny bit of super glue is going to fix it. I need to fix that problem. But, you do want to watch out for this on this figure. That the helmet strap is not made for abuse. But it is a good helmet. Overall, as I've showed you in the other figures, it's gotten bigger over the years. One of the things I think of when I think of the Death Star Trooper is I think of Rick Moranis in Spaceballs. I'm sorry, but, that short guy in that gigantic helmet, I kind of think they should have made all Imperials in that movie have this massive helmet. I think that would have been just hilarious, but, whenever I see this guy, I have to think of Rick Moranis. I'm sorry. But, anyway, I'll read off his articulation for you. The figure, he's got, let's see, he's got a ball-jointed neck and a removable head, ball-hinge shoulders, ball-hinge elbows, swivel forearms, swivel waist, swivel hips, although the tunic does hamper movement here, and ball-hinge knees and ankles. The older figure in Power of the Force 2 in the original, you could put in vehicles and stuff because his legs kind of bent forward. The crotch was made to make the legs bend forward. This guy you can't, although the tunic does look far more movie accurate. He is less playable as a figure, I'll say, overall. especially if they ever make a like a Death Star playset or anything. You're not going to be able to sit him in any chairs. I actually have him in my Death Star playset diorama. You want to go look at that? I have him standing around the computer room. But yeah, he can't sit in chairs and stuff. But really, you know, or stand well in inspection. What I would put up for an inspection scene, but that doesn't mean he's not a good figure overall. The guy they base him off of in the movie is rather tall himself, so I'm not going to really hold that against him. He does come with some Clone Wars stuff here. I've got this. I don't do this Clone Wars thing. Someone actually asked me for my code once, and I've shown you the Galactic Battle Game. The original ones I have in the 30th anniversary when they had this guy before, he does come with a collector coin. No, I kind of ripped those packages open. I didn't expect to be the collector I am now, so the packages are kind of ruined, but this is the same figure overall. I've also used this guy's parts several times for kit bashing. I know for Captain Nita and my recent review of Baron Fell, they use his arms and something else. Anyway, he's a kit bash figure for basically Imperials since he's been made, so he's still kind of the standard in a way. I believe I mentioned he does come with an E11 blaster, and he comes with a working holster, although not as good as the holster's not as good as current figures. Especially the Death Star scanning crew. Now that had a really good holster, but this guy's holster still works overall. Just be careful with the helmet strap overall. I'm going to give him probably an 8. One thing I'm going to hold against him as well, he doesn't come with a gun pack. Wave 1 and 2 of Saga Legends did come with his gun pack, and I was kind of hoping to build up Saga Legends and kind of army build my Stormtrooper heavy blaster rifles and other weapons, but they quit coming with that, so I'm going to kind of hold that against Hasbro. But for those of you who like the Clone Wars, as I said, he does come with this, so I guess that kind of makes it up to some of us in a way. Anyway, this figure overall, he gets an 8. He's 4 years old, but he still adds a bit of spice to Saga Legends, and I'm glad they put him in. And basically, as an Imperial Army builder, I'm glad they put him in as well. There has been some rumors since the Vintage Collection's come out that they're going to make a gray version of him, perhaps with a different head sculpt even, to kind of commemorate the original figure. I haven't seen evidence of that yet, but as I said, they do have the Gentle Giant 12-inch gray figure for about $75, and they still call this guy a Death Squad Commander and the Target exclusive action figure 3-pack. So you original collectors may appreciate that about this figure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoy showing it to you. This is Supreme signing out, and as always, thank you for tuning in.